Hey everybody, this is Zero for another Gunpla review. In this episode, we're going to cover the Tri-Burning Gundam from Gundam Build Fighters Tri. So this is the mid-stage between the Build Burning and the Tamaki Burning Gundam. And personally, this would be my second favorite. Tamaki is still my favorite out of the three, but hey, this is a nice mid-stage. I personally have personal regrets against it because it defeated my favorite Gundam of that franchise, the Denial Gundam, but that's just a personal gripe. So, this guy is unique because it has so many similar parts to the first stage and the last stage. I don't really have to cover it all, mostly, but there's some unique stuff in this Gundam alone that I will cover. And of course, the awesome effect parts, because nothing gets better than it literally bursting into flames. So, let's get into the review. And also, I got this bad boy at actually New Type, but it's now available at our buddies at Galactic Toys. The links are down below, and the links to my website and all the other stuff is down below. So if you want to support the channel, pick up one of these guys for yourself. Check out the links down below, and let's get into the review. So this is what we have: the Tri-Burning Gundam with one of the spare hands, one of many. So if you have the Tamaki or the Build Burning, you have the same hand, so you're good there. The small sticker sheet, which again, love it. I only used this one is actually two pieces, which is for each foot. The blue one, of course, is meant for the camera, and of course the eyepiece. So there's not a lot of stickers here, which is great. So let's talk about the most important thing here, the effect parts, because these are the best parts of the entire model, because I love them the most. So yes, all the parts that are on fire are supposed to be originally the blue and white pieces, which I could literally see all that pieces on the bottom of that bag. That's all the parts that are on this. That go, okay, pretty much piece will be here, the back of the legs, on each side, under each arm, on the top of each arm, the shoulders, the part, and the backpack gets changed, and of course the collar. So there's a lot of loose pieces, so be careful when you do switch them out, because you do not want to lose anything if you want to put this back in regular mode. Personally, if you like both versions, I recommend getting two copies of this model and having one on have the burning burst mode and the regular mode standing side by side if you want a cool effect of that. Personally, I like it like this, so this is the way it stays. So let's talk about the flaws. The flaws are, one, these arms are surprisingly loose if you try to move them too far, which kind of bothers me, because when I was trying to, the articulation like that, the arm would pop out. The articulation test, when I built it, was like, okay, let's see what and the arm popped up. I'm like, this is weird, because the build and the Tamaki ones were a lot more stable, solid, I suppose. Well, not more solid, more tighter, I guess. But yeah, the arms will pop off, so be careful with that. Also, the ankle guards here are very loose, so be careful with that. And I'm not going to front, with all the flames out and all that. To be fair, even without the flames being there, they would be a little bit of a catch here, because this part, so that articulation isn't great, but overall, it's just like the build, and it's like the Tamaki. The articulation is great. So I'm not going to repeat myself for the third time about the articulation about this kit, because this has been done. I've done this kit now essentially twice. So let's talk about the positives about this thing. And yeah, because one, the effect parts are great. If you want to make it more flame accurate, you can paint it with a little bit of yellow to, make it more accurate to flames. But I'm going to be honest, I'm not entirely sure how to paint over effect parts to keep them clear. A lot of people online do, so I recommend looking that up. I'm not going to, give you guys information that I'm not 100% verified or can do myself. But that's just me. Aside from that, I do love the fact that you can just basically swap hands and effect parts with the entire line because they are essentially the same build but slightly modified through different throughout the series / movie. So that's always great because, like, if you lose a hand and you have the spare hands from the build or the Tamaki, you can just go, oh, quick, cool, I got the spare hands. Or, oh man, I lost the punching and kicking flame effect parts. You have the Tamaki or the build, you have those flame effect parts. So you will have spare pieces of this Gundam, the other two Gundams. You will have parts that you don't have to worry about losing, which is great to have. Because, if people move or, rearranging stuff can go missing, and now you at least know I don't have to worry about losing parts if I have the other two forms. Unlike the Tamaki, this and the build burning both have the whole I have no weapon so I punch things mentality. At least Tamaki has a sword, which I'm okay with because this is pretty much an allegory for the Shining and the Burning Gundam, mostly the Burning Gundam, hence the burning in its name. But, at least the Burning Gundam had a machine gun on its head. I mean, this does too, but you never see it really used. Mostly because the character piloting it can't shoot for right side of a barn. But I'm ranting about the show, not the Gundam. Also, heads up, the legs are kind of weird because if you don't have the hip in just right, one leg doesn't close over correctly, so it looks like he's just sticking his leg out for no reason. So, heads up on that. So, let's wrap up this Gundam before I keep going another random tirade about the show. So, the Tri-Burning Gundam is a solid middle piece. It has advantages that the build Burning Gundam doesn't have. The actual flame effect parts. That's pretty much it. And it lacks some of the stuff that the Tamaki Burning Gundam has. The sword, the tighter arms, but still enough that it has good articulation. Like I said, it's a solid mid-stage. So it's a good little piece. See what I mean? It's at an angle and it's gonna bother me now. About the legs. It's gonna bother me. See what I mean? But yeah, it's a good mid-stage. So all in all, I would recommend getting it if you like the build burning franchise bloodline or Gundam Build Fighters Tri in general. More melee-based Gundams in general. If you like those things, I say get it because at least, it'll be a nice little piece to your collection. And it looks really cool when all the flame effect parts are on it. It looks nice when it doesn't have it on, but that's just a personal preference to always have the effect parts on. But hey, I don't judge. If you don't like it, you don't like them. I personally do, so hey, that's just me. So, like I said in the beginning of the video, I picked this up at New Type, but it's also available with our friends at Galactic Toys. So hit them up if you want to pick up one of your own. Links are down below for the Facebook group and the website. So I want to thank all you guys for watching. We're almost up to 60 subscribers. We're at 58, which is great. We've almost at 13,000 views, which is awesome. So I want to thank all you guys for being there for me. You guys are amazing. You guys give me the reason to keep doing this. Plus my love of Gunpla, obviously. Over 100 of these things sitting in my office / recording room. You're gotta have to love this stuff, or you're insane. So Like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell for notifications. And I'll catch you guys in the next episode when I'm reviewing probably the evolved form, the pre-form of one of my favorite Gundams, the Denial Gundam. So I'll catch you guys later. Peace.